Hope everybody can hear me. Doesn't look like it. Check, check. Check. Hello. Slight technical difficulties. Yeah, they can't hear. That's the Phantom. Check. Nope. Check, 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 check. Says they can hear me, but it's quiet and has a hum. Let's try restarting it. Check. Check, check, check. There it goes. All right. We got her now. Too many knobs. Sorry about that. All right. Puck gets dropped, comes over to the near side. Omaha taking on Peoria. Peoria going to take it back to Omaha territory. Picked up by Samard on the far side. Gets in front of the net. Hollingsworth passes over to the near side. Up top. Comes over to the near side again as Busher holds on to it. Comes in front of the net. Shot taken. Goes behind the net. On the far side, Busher trying to battle that one in the corner. Picked up by Peoria. Handled by Samard. It's getting pushed into the wall as it goes back over to the far side. Furloff and try to see who else that is. I believe that's Hollingworth goes after it. Gets it to Zach. Zach deflects. Picked up by Peoria in Omaha territory. Sending one back over. As Omaha trying to get a hold of it. They're going to sail one back in as Omaha goes in for a change. Looks like Morgan trying to go after it and run some interference as it comes over to the near side, back to the far, and Bianchetti deflects high and it leaves the playing surface. Out for Omaha, Bianchetti, Morgan, Cutler, Preble, and Vaughn. Bianchetti going to take drop, kicks it back, picked up by Vaughn, sends it to Cutler. Cutler moving it forward, back in, deflects, picked up in neutral by Preble. Preble sends it back to Vaughn. Vaughn holds onto it, sends it back to Preble. Preble deflects over, comes back in Omaha territory in the near side, and icing called on Peoria. Coming back over to the Peoria side. No change on the line. Looks like Bianchetti going to take the drop again. Puck drop, comes over to the near corner. Picked up by Peoria, sails it to the far corner. Morgan getting a hold of it, trying to get off the boards, got 2 men on him. Still on the far side, picked up by Bianchetti. Bianchetti in front of the net, pass to Morgan. Morgan takes a shot. Goaltender grabs that one. Good attempt and good shot taken so far on the attack by the Junior Lancers. Looks like they're going to maintain this line for another session as Bianchetti going to take the drop again. Puck again into the near corner. Peoria back to the far side. Morgan going after it. Morgan trying to get it out. Same 2 guys on him again. Getting some help from Bianchetti. Deflected back behind the net. Bianchetti with a stick lift, holding on to it on the wall. Trying to get some help as Peoria comes behind the net with it. Trying to get a pass far away. Deflected back over in Omaha territory. And icing called on Peoria. Change on the lineup coming in. Looks like we're going to have Beren, Elkins, Roeder, Hollingsworth, and Kirshner. Elkins taking the drop, kicks one back. Hollingsworth takes a shot, deflected right into the stomach, though, of the goaltender. 12:05 left in the game, or sorry, period, I should say. Elkins taking the drop again, kicks it back, picked up his shot, taken, deflected by the goaltender. Barron trying to get a hold of it, but grabbed by Peoria, comes over to the near side. Peoria kicks it out to Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth sends it back to him in the near corner. Back behind the net, it goes over to the far side. Barron trying to get a hold of it. Bounces a little bit, but goes over to the far wall. Picked up by Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth on the near side. Trying to hold on to it. Stopped at the red line, though. Elkins and Hollingsworth going after it. Now Roeder coming in. Sends one high, grabbed by Hollingsworth, drops it, sends one across. Omaha gets a clear. Should have been offsides. No call on that one as it goes back over to the Peoria side and just hits the goaltender's pad on that one. Peoria trying to get a clear now, gets it right at the blue line, sends one back over the red line into Omaha territory. Hollingsworth shoots it right back at him. Peoria gets it on the defensive side. Trying to send one back over neutral. As both teams were going in for a change. Roeder trying to grab a hold of that one. Peoria gets in the territory. As he does, Busher trying to come after it. Inadvertent pass goes over to the far side. Kirshner grabs it, sends it over. As the errant shot goes right at the goaltender. Great job, comes over to the near side. I shouldn't say errant shot. The errant pass turns into a shot. Picked up by Busher. Busher on the near side, trying to hold on to it. Staying on the wall. Getting it over to the near side as Froloff grabs it. Gets it to Preble. Preble takes a shot just a bit to the left. Zach trying to pass in front of the net. Peoria there trying to grab it. Deflected. Peoria taking it back over to Omaha territory. On the far side, comes in and whiffs on the shot. Puck goes over behind the net. Samard on him. Peoria comes in for another shot. Deflected. I think his own guy stopped that one. Deflected again. Shot behind the net. Hits the back of the net. As Froloff staying on it, and he's getting hooked. One of the men had his stick right on him there. So they're up against the wall. The puck's not moving as Froloff holding on to it. Puck deflected. Back again. Peoria gets it up top to the point man. Takes a shot. Stopped by Alfieri. Goes over to the far side. Comes up to the point man near. Takes a shot again. Snuck one on the right side of the net there. And Peoria goes up 1-0 against Omaha. 9:59 left in the period. So Peoria drawing first blood. Shots on goal seem a little off. They're saying it's 2-3. I think we've had a couple more than that on it. Puck deflected, picked up by Preble. Preble's going to hold on to it. Gets it off the boards. Gets the pass over to Cutler. Is going to bring it into the zone. Takes a shot, deflected by the goaltender high. Puck on the near side, picked up by Morgan. Morgan dances in front of the net, holds on to it, takes it over to the far side, takes a shot, deflected again. Puck goes into the safety net up high. Looks like they're going to bring it out of the zone on that one. Bianchetti going to take drop on this. Puck drop comes over to the near side. Cutler pushing it forward. Back over to the far side. Peoria going to bring it out of the zone. Bianchetti going after him. Morgan keeps him on the wall. Loses it. Morgan sends that back into the deep zone of Peoria. Back behind the net. Bianchetti going after it. Comes over to the near side. Gets some help to slow him down by Morgan. Morgan grabs it right at the blue line. Peoria kicks it back out. Check that. Cutler gets it. Takes a shot just behind the net to the far side. Morgan going after it on the far wall. Peoria grabs it and grabbed right away by Cutler. Cutler trying to force that one. Back on the far side. They're going to send one high into Omaha territory. Samard going after it now. And it should be icing. Nope. Check that. Just missed out on that one. Preble going to hold on to it behind the net of Omaha. Brings it over to the near side. Cutler grabbing it. On the near, gets it to Preble. Preble trying to get the clear. Kicks that one. Couldn't hold on to it, though. Cutler staying on him, though. On the far side. Back behind the net. Peoria tries to get a pass in. Deflected by, I think Morgan got that one. Back behind the net it goes. Excuse me, hiccups. And they tried to take a back pass, but couldn't get that one as Cutler grabs it. Getting it off to Morgan. Morgan to bring that one. They called him to change on that. Puck on the near side, picked up by Preble. Preble kicks it back to the far. Simard going after it. Simard's holding on to it. Sends one high as it's deflected. Back at Peoria. Couldn't hold on to that one as it bounces. Comes over to the near side. Roeder trying to get it. Elkins takes a shot. Bounces that off of one of the players. Back over the far side. Picked up by Peoria again. Takes it over to Omaha territory. Stopped by Barron, but Peoria grabs that one. Goes back behind the net. Vaughn going after it. Vaughn holds on to it on the near side. Trying to get off the board to Roeder. Roeder on the wall with it. Holds on to it for Omaha. Sends one across as he's trying to hit Kirshner. And the puck goes over to Peoria side. Back over to the near side. Peoria's bobbling that one as Roeder steps in, grabs a hold of it, kicks it, maintains as he gets pushed into the boards on these. Comes over to the near side. Peoria taking it back into Omaha territory. Kirshner staying in front of him, deflected by Alfieri to the far side. And it's cleared back into Peoria territory as they were coming in for a change. Deflected again in Omaha territory. Back to the far side. Vaughn grabs it. Trying to get one as it gets kicked. And he stops the player as the puck goes by. Deflected again and grabbed. I believe that was Elkins on the near side. Kirshner trying to get that one. Deflected Busher. Deflected by Alfieri. Saved by Alfieri on that one. Vaughn tries to clear it. Deflected. Busher trying to get a hold of it again. Vaughn grabs a hold of it in front of the net. Takes it to behind the net to the far side. Busher trying to get that one. Errant pass on that one, though. That one should have been offsides. Goes back as Vaughn grabs a hold of it. Looks like he's going to clear it. Sends one high. Trying to connect it with Busher, who had his stick grabbed. Takes a shot, goes behind the net. Over to the near side. Ian trying to hold on to that one. Gets a pass across to Busher, who gets hit from behind. Back on the far side. Busher is slow to get up on that. Back on the near. Picked up. Omaha going to bring it out of the zone. Who is that? I can't tell. Simard had it. Got tripped up. Ice Monster got him. Hollingsworth took a shot. Takes it to the far side. In the corner. Grabbed. Suddenly got loud again. Oh, my cable got it. It's like, God, that got loud quick. Hollingsworth sends it back in the far corner again. Omaha going in for some change in here. Hollingsworth gets it again. Waits for his teammate to check back. Takes a shot. Deflected by the goaltender again to the far side. Peoria trying one. Little miscue, though. And Simard going after it in Omaha territory. And icing called. Icing called on Peoria. Coaches didn't want to hear that one. Peoria back on the Omaha back on the Peoria side. I'm tongue-tied today. Bianchetti taking the drop, joined by Cutler, Morgan, Simard, and Hollingsworth. Puck goes back behind the net over the near side. Comes up top. Hollingsworth sends it back on the boards. Cutler and Bianchetti trying to get a hold of it. Kicked by Hollingsworth to get it out. Cutler with a good poke. And Bianchetti tries to take a shot. They're going to send one high in Omaha territory. Should be icing. And it is on Peoria. Going back to the Peoria side with 5:16 left. Omaha down by 1. Bianchetti taking the drop again. No change on the lineup. Cutler taking the drop on this one. Sends it forward, picked up by Peoria. Peoria sends one across. Bianchetti deflects. Hollingsworth takes a shot low, deflected. Cutler gets a hold of it. And a cover by the goaltender on that one. 5:08 left in the period. No change on the lineup up front or back for Omaha. Cutler taking the drop again. Comes back to the near corner, picked up by Peoria. Gets it to Hollingsworth. Takes a shot, deflected. Ooh, his own guy deflected that one high. Picked up by Simard in the neutral zone. Takes him back to Omaha. Looking to pass. Gets it across to Cutler. Deflects. Couldn't quite hold on to it. A little bouncy. Puck goes back in Omaha territory. Samard first there to get it behind the net, takes it over to the far side. Omaha gets the clear as Peoria didn't touch it. And icing called on Omaha, 4:41 left. Change on the line is Barron, Roeder, Elkins come in, along with Vaughn and Preble. Puck drop goes over to the far side. Picked up by Peoria. Slap shot taken, and they snuck one in the back. I think that was in, but the referee didn't call it. Elkins takes it forward. Looked like it was in, but okay, they didn't call that. And the puck leaves the playing surface. Maybe I missed it there. I thought that was in. Oh, it was the post. Okay. It was posted. It's hard to see sometimes with the net. Elkins going to take drop. Sends one forward. Picked up by Roeder. Takes a shot behind the net. Goes over up top. Vaughn going after it now in Omaha territory. Icing should be called. Nope, Vaughn got it. Picked up. He's trying to get a pass off to Preble. Peoria grabs a hold of it. Sends it over. Holds up top. Send it across to the near side. Takes a shot. Deflected. Back behind the net. Preble picks it up. Takes it to the far. Looks like he's going to bring it out of the zone. He's got Roeder up ahead of him. Holds on to it. Gets the clear, but he's got a man on him. They're going to bring it back into the zone. Deflected back behind the net. Vaughn going after it behind the net. Sends on forward. Trying to hit Barron. Barron gets tripped up by a stick. No calls. Back on the far side. Peoria sends it up top again. Comes in for a shot. Deflected. And a glove save by Alfieri keeps one out. 3:35. As we get a change on the line. Coming out, looks like we're going to have Busher, Kirschner, Hollingsworth, Froloff, and Zach. Froloff going to take drop. Drop goes back. Deflected by Alfieri to the far side. Froloff trying to get a hold of it. Kicks one forward. Gets the clear. Picked up by Peoria. I can't talk today. Comes over to the near side. Hollingsworth trying to grab a hold of it. Takes it over to the near. Picked up by Peoria. Peoria comes in. Busher takes a shot. Saved by the goaltender. Oh, they were fortunate on that one. They're trying to get a clear, and Ian Zach going to grab a hold of it and sends it back in. And offside's called. We come out of the zone for offsides. 3:10 left. Deflected, goes back in Omaha territory. As Kirschner gets there first, comes over to the near side. Kirschner coming out of the zone with it. Looks like he's going to bring it forward. Gets a good pass to Busher. Busher bringing it up, trying to pass across to Zach, goes into the far corner. Zach trying to pass back, grabbed by Peoria. Little miscue on that one as it goes over into the neutral zone. Takes one over to the far side with a poke check by Kirschner and a grab by Froloff. They're going to get a clear, move that forward. It's a 2-on-1 as Froloff gets a hold of it, trying to pass to Zach, but a poke check keeps him on the wall. Gets a hold by Peoria, takes it over the far corner. Peoria in front of the net grabs it, sends it across the wall. Gets a pass across, but errant as it comes over to the near side. Hollingsworth's going to bury deep in Peoria territory again. Picked up by Peoria. Going to get off the board as they were going in for a change. Should be icing, and it is. 2:20 left in the period. As we go back to the Peoria side, Bianchetti, Cutler, Morgan, Preble, and Samard come in. Puck deflected over to the far side. Morgan gets a stick on that one. Trying to hold on to it. Peoria couldn't hold on. Samard takes a slap shot high into the safety net on the far side. As they told him it's a field goal. Bianchetti taking the drop. Pass goes back into Peoria zone. Peoria trying to bring it out now. Sends one high. Cutler got his hand on it but couldn't hold on to it. And grabbed by Samard. Takes it to the far side corner. Morgan getting a hold of it now. Bringing it back to the near. Behind the net. Gets a pass to Cutler. Cutler going to flip one high as Morgan going forward with it. Peoria trying to hold on to it. Morgan jams through. holds on to it, comes behind the net. Trying to get a pass. Puck's still loose in front of the net. Goalie down. I think he landed on the puck with an unfortunate one, as Omaha was on a good attack on that. 1:44 left in the period. Bianchetti taking the drop again. Drop does over the far side. Morgan trying to get a stick on that one. Stopped at the blue line by Samard, but couldn't hold on to it. As Morgan came in trying to get it too. A little back and forth as Bianchetti going back into the zone. Takes a shot high above the net. In the far side, brings it over the near. Peoria comes out with it and sails one across. Barron almost got his stick on that one, but Samard puts him in the boards, takes the puck, gets it to Barron. Barron sends it across to the near side. Peoria there to get it first. Sends it high again. Trying to go back into Omaha territory on the near. Takes a shot, and they snuck that one in. And Peoria goes up 2-0 with 1:08 left in the first. Change on the line. We got Elkins, Roeder, Barron, Kirschner, and Vaughn out. Puck drop goes over the far side. Peoria grabs it, holds on to it for a minute, sends it up ice. Back in Omaha territory. Takes a shot, deflected just off the skate of Vaughn. Oh, that hurt his foot a little bit on that one. Puck deflected, goes to the far side. Peoria going back into the zone again, deflected again off the skate of Vaughn again. Hey, he's going to field that tomorrow. Roeder holds on to that, sends one across, gets the clear as Peoria going after it. Barron now stepping in as Roeder is as well. Sends it across to the far side. Peoria coming in again. Poke check by Von Stick, got it out of the zone. Roeder stepping in to steal it. Takes it back into territory, in between the legs of the referee, goes into the corner. Omaha was getting a change as Busher comes in, slap shot, taken, deflected by the goaltender to the near side. Kirschner grabs it, takes a shot. Deflected high, 17 seconds left. 16 seconds left with the stop of play. Do you ever see that commercial where the guy just keeps getting hit in the head with the soccer ball? Yes. It reminded me of that. Scott Sterling? Yeah. Buck on the far side, sailing it back over the Omaha territory. And stop a play with icing. It's 8 seconds left. Coming back over to Peoria side. Froloff taking the drop, joined by Busher, Zach, Hollingsworth, and Kirschner. Puck goes over the far corner. Peoria sends one high. Kirschner grabs it, takes a shot, deflected. 2 seconds, 1. And that's the end of the period. And Omaha finds themselves on a 2-point deficit. So we change it up a little bit and go into the second period. Quick water break for me as I'm losing my voice. All right. So it's been a fairly clean first period. I'd like to see the boys keep that up, but they've been attacking. We just haven't gotten it in the net. And I don't think the shots on goal are quite as accurate. As they change sides. Their goaltender has definitely kept them in that game. Just waiting on the players getting the last bit of information there. And now come the Junior Lancers. Second period. Looks like we're going to start with Froloff, Busher, Hollingsworth, Simard. Puck gets dropped, comes over. Busher trying to push that one forward. Grabbed by Froloff, takes it into the zone. Comes over to the near side, but they kick that one out. Brings one back over to Omaha territory on the near side. Deflected into the corner. Puck goes over to the far. Hollingsworth grabs it. Trying to get it as Simard steps in. Gets it to Froloff. Froloff brings it in and gets tripped up with no call as he's hooked. Bring one forward as he flips one over and goes into the bench. Zach almost had a hold of that one. Coming back to the center. Froloff taking a drop on this one. Puck drop comes over to the near side. Busher trying to push this one. Comes over in the near. Simard gets it off the boards. Picked up by Peoria. Peoria in their own territory sends one across to the far side. Trying to get it across again as Busher steps in and gets a stick on it. And now Zach going after it in their Peoria territory. Staying on him as the puck comes back into neutral in Omaha territory. He's dancing past 1 and 2, but couldn't get past 3. Busher gets a hold of it. Gets it out as Froloff clears it and pushes this one over to the near side. He's going to come on the near side on it as they push him into the wall and literally hook him and pull him into the wall. Shot comes in as another one goes through. Zach almost on his knees. Takes another shot, puck down, and comes off the off the glove of the goaltender. And the goal moves. As we go back to the Peoria side, 12:55 left. Bianchetti, Morgan, Cutler, Kirschner, and Preble out. Puck drop, comes over the near side. Morgan tries to get it as he kind of gets tripped up on the near side. Kirschner getting a hold of it. Peoria pushes it back in Omaha territory. Coming past one, comes in for a shot. As Mike puts a stick out and the Peoria player trips on that. And the goal post moved on there. Stop a play called for that. Peoria coach not happy about something there. Omaha sends one across, hits that over on the far side to Cutler. Cutler gets it off the boards, back into Peoria territory. Morgan going after it as it gets pushed behind the net. Peoria there, Morgan right on top of him. On the near side, Bianchetti almost gets all that because it goes over to the far side. Preble on the walls trying to stop it as he pushes it with his feet. Gets it up top to Cutler, takes a shot. Back behind the net it goes, over to the near side. Still as Morgan pushes it back behind the net, the goaltender gives it a little poke and sails one across to the far side as it leaves the playing surface. Change on the line as Vaughn and Simard come in. Bianchetti, Morgan, and Cutler stay out. Puck drop, picked up, goes over to the far side. Cutler reaches out and grabs it, takes a shot, deflected, stays on the far side. Puck goes in front of the net. Morgan couldn't quite get a stick on it. Peoria bringing it out, but grabbed right away by Simard. Simard holding on to it, sending one forward, trying to get it to Cutler. Cutler reaching out, grabbing that as it comes over to the near side. Vaughn there to get it. Going to get it off the boards. Hits that to Bianchetti. Bianchetti gets it to Morgan, but Peoria's there to grab it in their territory. Sends it across to the far side. Comes over to the near. Vaughn grabs it right away in Omaha territory. Trying to get it off the boards, but errantly couldn't hold on to that one as it goes back across to Cutler, though. Cutler clears it. Gets one forward, trying to hit Morgan. Grabbed by Peoria. Just a couple of passes, but a little too far behind or in front of the guys. Vaughn going after it now. Gets it in, poke check. Over to Simard. Simard going to come up, trying to get that one. Oop. Little bit ahead of him on that one as it goes to the far side. Back in Omaha territory. And icing called on Peoria for that one. 11:07 left. Omaha down 2-0. Back to the Peoria side. Change on the line. Elkins, Hollingsworth, Kirschner, Froloff, Roeder and Barron. Puck deflected, goes back to the far side. Elkins trying to get a hold of it as it comes over to the near. Cooper, Barron trying to get a hold of it now on the near side. Sends it into the corner, gets it to Roeder. Roeder trying to get that to Barron, but grabbed by Peoria. Peoria bringing it out of the zone. Kirshner trying to hold him up, comes over to the Omaha territory. Kirshner there to get it. Keeps him on the boards, tries to get a pass, grabbed by, I think, Elkins. Elkins trying to pass that to Barron. They're going to send that one across to the far side. Comes over to the near. Grabbed by Elkins, gets a backwards pass. Barron trying to get it, gets it to Roeder. Roeder gets the clear, but grabbed by Peoria right away. Peoria takes it in their own zone, back out into the neutral. Deflected by Barron, grabbed by Kirshner, but couldn't hold on to it. Deflected high by Hollingsworth. Back behind the net, grabbed by Barron. Barron going to get a clear. He's going to ice it. Icing called on Omaha. And a change on the line, 10-16 left in the period. Coming out, we're going to have Busher, Froloff. Looks like Hollingsworth and Zach. And Kirshner. Puck deflected, comes up top. Picked up by Peoria, takes a shot, goes behind the net to the far side. Busher going after it. Gets a stick on it, pushing that forward, but picked up by Peoria. Peoria holding on to it, brings it over to the near side. Comes in to take a shot, deflected, and goes, another one, a screen right behind the net. And Peoria goes up 3-0. Preble and Vaughn coming out on D. And it looks like our forwards are staying. Yes. Three to nothing. 10:01 left in the period. Puck drop. Peoria sends it back to their territory. Zach going after it. Deflected to the far side. Referee kept it in play for him as it hits the ref. Comes over to the near. In Omaha territory, over to the near side. Deflected. Froloff trying to get all of it. Vaughn grabs it. Gets it off the boards past one. Going to push it forward. Got Busher ahead of him, but looks like Vaughn's going to take this one. Going to dance with that one. Trying to get past one. Couldn't quite maneuver it the way he wanted. Stays on the near side. Gets it to Froloff. Comes on to the near. Sails one across, back in Omaha territory. Preble there to get it. Preble gets it behind the net. Going to hold on to it. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He's got Busher open. Coming across. Trying to push it. It goes over. Busher's out as Omaha's getting a change. And offside's called. Change on line. Front is Morgan, Bianchetti, and Cutler come in. Puck drop, brings it over to the far side. Cutler trying to get off, get it over to Vaughn. Vaughn trying to bring it past one, deflected to Morgan. Morgan holds on to it. Takes it over to the far side. Trying to get that one over across to Preble. Preble couldn't quite hold on to it. Peoria bringing it out of the zone. Takes a shot, deflected and covered by Alfieri. Nice job by Mike on that one. Samard and Hollingsworth coming out. Puck deflected to the far side. Picked up by Bianchetti. Tries a backwards pass. Fortunate miss by Peoria. Sends one back over as Morgan bringing it back into the zone. Sends one across trying to hit Bianchetti. Couldn't quite pull it off. Peoria trying to send it across again. Picked up by Samard. Luke trying to get it to Morgan. Morgan grabs it. Cutler and Morgan couldn't quite maintain as Peoria sends it back to Omaha territory behind the net. Samard there to get it. 8:25 left on the period. Picked up by Morgan. Morgan's going to bring it out of the zone. Ice Monster got Cutler on that one. Morgan taking it to the far side. Holding on to it. Trying to get a pass. Couldn't quite connect there. On the near side. Goes back forward again. Grabbed by Peoria. Going to get a clear off the boards to the far side of Omaha. Samard holds on to it. Trying to hit Elkins. Gets Elkins, who gets the clear. Takes it over. Elkins brings it over to the near side. Got a man on him. Trying to hold on as Cutler stepping in. Goes to the far side. Trying to get it off the boards. Peoria loses sight of it, though. Goes back. Comes over the near side. Peoria shoving one across to the far side. Back in Omaha territory. Simard there to get it again. Brings it over the near, trying to get to Cooper. Cooper getting the poke check, trying to connect with Elkins, who's pushing it forward into Peoria territory. Deflected to the far side. Peoria gets it cleared. Back over to neutral. Sends one over to the near side. Picked up by Simard. Simard sends it across to the far side. Omaha looks like they're going to bring it out. Kirshner holds onto it. Going to bring it out of the zone. Takes it to the far. Back into Peoria territory, but they poke check him right away. Gets picked up by Simard at neutral. Right at the red line. Sails one across. Gets it to Barron. Barron to Elkins. Elkins into the zone. Comes over to the near side corner. Defensive getting a change in at this point. Comes over to the near side. Kirshner staying on him in Omaha territory. Stays on the near side. Barron tries to get it. Gets it across. Preble sails on over trying to hit Roeder. Onto the far side. They send it back at him. Preble gets it off. Deflected. Could have been, ooh, that was a high. Anyway, looks like Elkins bringing in the territory. Takes a shot and a glove save by the goaltender. 6:30 left in the period. Change on the front. Busher, Zach, Froloff, Vaughn, and Preble out. Looks like Froloff's going to take the drop. Drop taken, comes back. Back into the corner, goes to the far. Zach trying to get a hold of that one. Goes into the corner again. Is Busher going to come in to assist? Peoria gets a poke check out. And then take it over to the far side. Back in Omaha territory. He's going to bury it deep in the corner. Vaughn there to get it behind the net. Gets it off the boards to the near side, hitting Busher. Busher gets it out. Froloff trying to push it out. Couldn't hold on to it. Errant pass, though, by Peoria, and we get a clear. Peoria's holding on to it. Forced to reset. Comes back to the near side and grabbed. Good interception by Froloff, taking it into the zone. Past two guys at the goaltender. Comes over to the near side. Zach trying to get a stick on it. Vaughn kicks it back into the near corner. Grabbed by Froloff, who's trying to sneak one in. Puck still loose. Looks like Peoria's going into the sin bin now. And Omaha may be on the power play first time for the game. 5:39 left. And yep, Omaha now on the power play. Simard, Hollingsworth. Puck deflected, picked up by Hollingsworth to Simard. Simard comes in, takes a shot, deflected. Almost got that one snuck in. Goaltender was attentive. Morgan picks it up on the near side, trying to hit Cutler. Cutler comes in, takes a shot, deflected to the far side. Simard there to get it. Simard on the ball, gets it to Morgan. Morgan holds on to it. Coming all around. Morgan looking to hit Cutler, ends up sending it back to Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth takes a shot, puck loose. Goal! Omaha! Omaha gets a power play goal with that shot from Cutler. Sneaking one in the upper right corner of the net. Omaha needed that one with 5:12 left in the second period, now down by 2. Bianchetti taking the drop. Puck goes back to the far side, picked up by Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth trying to hit Cutler. Cutler off the boards, gets it to Peoria, but Peoria there to get it. Sends one high, back to Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth going to get it in Omaha territory. He gets it off the boards and cleared. Bianchetti gets a stick on it, gets it back out to Cutler. Cutler takes it on the far side, trying to dance in between two. Takes it over to the far side. Bianchetti trying to get a stick on it, gets it to Morgan. Morgan sends it to Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth steps in and takes a shot. Puck goes in the net. Go! Omaha! Omaha puts another one on the board by Cutler. And needs one more to tie it. 4:46 left. I don't know if anybody can hear this, but there's a lot of yelling and moaning going on. Puck deflected. Morgan trying to get a hold of that one. Picked up by Peoria. Sneaking one past. And a good stick by Hollingsworth. Forces it over to the near side. They're trying to sail one across to the far. Morgan steps in and grabs it. Morgan's got Bianchetti to his right. Takes a shot. Sends one high to the near side. On the near. Cutler trying to get a hold of it. Morgan stepping in. Deflected over to the near side as Hollingsworth trying to stay on him. Samard stepping in. Deflected. And they snuck one in the back. And go up 4-2. 4:20 left in the period. Froloff going to take drop. And the center sends it back into Peoria area. Sends over to the near side. As Vaughn trying to get a stick on it. A little miscue there. Picked up by Kirshner on the near corner of Omaha. Trying to send that one back to Vaughn. Vaughn gets it to Busher. Busher takes it to Froloff. Froloff gets it clear. He's going to throw on the afterburners. Takes it over to the near side. Passes across. Zach takes a shot. Deflected. Comes in front again over to the near side. Picked up by Froloff. Froloff on the near. Going to take a high arcing pass as it bounces. And Omaha goes in. The goaltender moves it. Yep, it's still on it. Goes back in Omaha territory over to the near side. And a stop of play called for icing, and I believe also the net moved again. Referee's checking up on it. 3:42 left. Vaughn, Kirshner on D. Zach, Busher, and Froloff in on forward. Looks like Zach going to take drop. Puck drop, goes forward. Back in the far corner. Peoria picks it up, sends it over the near, trying to get a pass across over to the near side. It's a 3-on-2. Comes over the far. Deflected over to the near side. Busher trying to get a hold of it. Gets the clear. What are they saying? Hand pass? And a hand pass called. So Omaha going to get a change in now. Elkins, Barons, and Roeder come in. Barron. Puck deflected over to the far side, picked up by Peoria. Roeder getting a hold of it. Stopping at the blue line. They're going to kick it back, though, into the Omaha territory. Vaughn on the near side, trying to hold on to it. Sends one back to the far to Kirshner. Kirshner getting it off the board, hitting Roeder. Roeder trying to get that to Elkins. Deflected, but Roeder picks it up and takes it out. Ooh. Puck was elusive on that one. Sends it over to the far side with a poke check by Kirshner. They're going to send it in the near side corner. 3 minutes left in the period. Grabbed by Kirshner. Sends it off the boards. Trying to hit Elkins. Elkins gets a hold of it. Gets it to Cooper. Cooper on the near side. Barron. And offside's called on Omaha on that one. Looks like they're going to change the lineup a little bit now. 2:49 left. Omaha down 4-2 if you're just joining. Morgan, Bianchetti, Preble, Samard, and Cutler. Samard gets it across to Cutler. Cutler's taken into the zone. Poke check, though. Morgan trying to hold on to it, but couldn't keep it in the zone. Keeps it on the near side to Samard. Samard taking it back in. Over to the near side. Luke taking it behind the net. Gets tripped up a little bit, but maintains. Picked up by Bianchetti. Bianchetti sends one across back over to Cutler. Cutler on the far side trying to hit Preble. Preble poke checks it in front of the net. Bianchetti takes a shot. Puck's still loose. Net moved again. Puck still behind the net. Back to the far corners. Peoria trying to get it. Morgan and Cutler staying on it. Bianchetti takes it out into the corner but gets hit. Peoria gets it behind the net over to the near side. Holding on to it, trying to send it up top. Deflects. Peoria coming back into Omaha zone onto the near side. Takes a shot and a glove save and cover by Alfieri with 1:59 left in the period. Looks like they're not going to have a change on that one. Bianchetti going to take drop. Deflected to the far side, picked up as Peoria takes a shot, deflected over the near side. Samard picks it up for Omaha. Sends one up top, deflected by Morgan. I thought he had it. Apparently not. Icing called on Omaha. Back to the Omaha side we go. No change on the line. It's like Bianchetti going to take the drop again. Puck drop comes over to the near side, picked up by Peoria. Takes a shot, deflected and grabbed by Cutler to the far side. Sends it up, trying to hit Morgan. Gets Morgan. Morgan taken in the zone. Comes over to the near side, far side. Takes a shot, deflected. Comes up top by Peoria. Errant pass to Cutler. Cutler holding on to it. Trying to push this one forward. Peoria staying on it. They're going to come out of the zone back into Omaha territory. As they do, comes over to the near side, and a poke check keeps them behind the net. Peoria takes it to the far side. They're going to try to hold on to that one and send one behind the net again. Preble staying on him. Pass in front of the net. Errant whiff on that one. Gets it to Morgan. Morgan's going to bring it back into the Peoria zone. Comes over to the near side. Sends one up top as he hits Preble. Takes a shot. Deflected. Almost got that to Cutler. Puck on the near side. Cutler in the wall. Got a man on him. Trying to come out with it. Still battling and getting some assistance, as I think that's Froloff that came in. Or, nope, Roeder, sorry. Oh, no, that is Froloff, sorry. Shot taken, goes high to the far side. Preble there to get it. He's going to hold on to it and send that to the far side. Far corner. As it comes again, Preble grabs it. Trying to get a hold of it, but couldn't maintain. Peoria coming back into the zone. Preble and Samard in good position as Peoria taking a slap shot and a stop by Alfieri at 35 seconds left in the period. Busher, Zach, Kirschner, Froloff, and Hollingsworth in for Omaha. Puck back into the corner. Hollingsworth grabs it. Deflected by Peoria. They're going to take a shot wide to the left. Comes over to the near side. Gets it clear. Peoria gets it at center ice. Back in Omaha territory. Grabbed by Kirschner. Sends one across. Hollingsworth sends one to Kirschner. Goes back across as he was trying to get Ian Zach, but couldn't connect, and icing called on Omaha with 15 seconds left in the period. Back into the near. Omaha side. Froloff going to take the drop. Puck drop. Froloff sends one back. Picked up by Kirchner. Sends it over the near. Peoria gets it. Poke check by, I think Froloff got it. Going back in. 4 seconds left. 3, 2. He takes a shot. Deflected by the goaltender. And that's the end of the second period. Omaha trailing by 2. And if you're just joining us for the weekend, they're not cleaning the ice in between periods, so we only got about a minute to 2 minutes for the brief intermission. Players talk to their coaches, and then we'll get started again. It's a chilly one up here. I don't know. I'm surprised. They've got no heating. Sitting here waiting while he's talking to Coach. Hope everybody's warm in Omaha. Heard it's kind of cold up there today in Omaha. Yeah, we'll be driving up there in this, so yay. Might be changing goalies, it looks like. Looks like D'Augusto is going to come in. Alfieri out. Players talking. Still a little bit. Yep, that is correct. D'Augusto's coming out. Starting off with this one, we're going to have Roeder, Preble, Samard. I believe that's Elkins and Barron. Yes, it is. Elkins going to take the drop. Puck deflected, goes forward, picked up. Is Barron trying to get a stick on it? Picked up by Roeder. Comes up to the near side, trying to get a pass, but goes to the far. They're going to kick one back into the corner. It's Cooper trying to get hold of that one, comes over to the near side. Picked up by Preble, sends one high. Elkins trying to get a hold of that one to Roeder. Roeder couldn't quite go. They send it across the far side to Simard. Simard's going to hold on to it in Omaha territory. Send one across. Hits Preble. Preble's going to bring it forward. Comes into the zone. Sends one high, arcing into the corner. Peoria going after it, as is Barron, Cooper. And Simard levels a kid as he runs into him. Elkins trying to pass in front of the net. Almost hit Roeder on that one. Puck to the far side. Leaves the playing surface. 13-17 left in the game. Looks like no other change on the lineup. Peoria trying to get it. Comes over. Simard kicks it over in the near side corner. Roeder trying to get a hold of it now. Peoria holds on to it, sends it to the far side. Back against the wall. An errant pass, though, grabbed by Roeder. Elkins gets it back to Roeder. Roeder trying to take it over. Cooper just a step behind him. Things getting a little chippy down there. And they're going to force a change on that one. Coming out, looks like you're going to have Hollingsworth and Kirshner, along with Morgan and Cutler, as Omaha gets a penalty for that late shot. So Omaha now on the power or penalty kill for 2 minutes. 12:59 left in the game. Hollingsworth picks it up for Omaha, takes it to the far side. They're going to pass in front of the net, deflected. Comes over to the near side and picked up by Peoria. Peoria sends it up top, holds onto it, sends it back to the far side. Sends it across to the near, takes a shot, deflected by D'Augusto. I think D'Augusto got it twice there, and then some help from, I think Kirshner got it. Is Cutler going to bring it out of the zone? Brings it over to the near side, pass one, gets it back to Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth pushing it forward. They deflect to the far wall. Peoria picks it up, 1:29 left on the PK. Looks like they're going to try to bring it out of the zone as Morgan trying to stay on him. As he does, Cutler loses his stick on that one. They're going to come in, takes a shot, and goes high to the far side. Something else is also on the ice over there, too. Not sure what that is. Peoria holding on to it on the far. Takes a shot, deflected by D'Augusto to the near side. 1 minute left on the PK. Peoria holding on to it, sends it to the far. Takes a shot and sneaks one in the top. Peoria ahead, 5-2. I'll give the goaltender some credit. Nice grab of the stick and handed it to Cutler. Good sportsmanship. Omaha now full strength. Morgan, Bianchetti, Cutler, Vaughn, and Simard in. Puck drop. Cutler trying to push it forward. Comes over to the near side. Then try to take a shot. Goes behind the net to the far side. Morgan going after it. Trying to deflect. Held on at the blue line by Vaughn, but Peoria pushes it back out. Comes back into the zone of Omaha. Simard trying to go. Grabbed by Vaughn. Deflects it, trying to hit Morgan. Morgan clears it. Getting some help from Bianchetti. Keeps pushing it forward. Comes back. Omaha has to reset. Cutler paying attention to that one. Grabbed by Vaughn. He's going to take it back. Looking to reset it. He's going to send it back over. How was that? Well, I know it was icing, but the player didn't reach his stick out. He was right by it. Back icing. In the Omaha territory. Puck deflected over the far side, grabbed by Froloff. Froloff trying to get off the boards to Zach. Zach's going to get it clear, trying to hit Busher. Picked up by Peoria. Going to bring it over to the near side. He takes it over the far. Peoria holds on to it. Trying to dance with it as Busher trying to get his stick on it. Comes out of the zone. Over to the far side. Trying to get a pass. Vaughn going to kick it back out. Grabs it over to Zach, who's going to come over to the near side. Has a man on him. keeps pushing it forward, but Peoria grabs it just after the blue line. Takes it back into neutral. Ian staying on him. Comes over to the near side. Shot taken, stopped by D'Augusto. 10:50 left in the game. No change on the line currently. Frolof's going to take the drop. Puck drop comes forward to the near side. Picked up by Frolof. Frolof trying to get it off the boards. They're going to take a shot just off the skate of Samard over the far side. Samard's going to hold on to it. He's going to bring it out of the zone. Brings it over to the near side. Back across the blue line into Peoria territory. Comes up, takes a shot. Puck still loose. In front of the net, goes over the far side. Grabbed by Frolof. Frolof takes an arcing shot. Deflected by the goaltender. Covered. 10:26 left in the period. Looks like Vaughn and Samard are out. Preble and Kirchner come in, as does Roeder, Barron, and Elkins. Elkins going to take the drop. Puck goes to the far corner, picked up by Roeder. Roeder holding on to it, trying to dance with that one. Still battling as he takes an elbow. Getting some help now from Barron. Still in the near side. Goes back behind the net to the far. Picked up by Peoria. Kirchner keeps it at the blue line, but they send it right back over. Peoria taking it across, back over to Omaha territory. Takes a shot, wide, as he gets it to the near side. Takes it to the far. Kirchner trying to get a hold of it for Omaha. Sends it off the wall. Gets it, and Peoria goes back far into their territory as the puck just stops before the red line. Picked up by Peoria, takes it behind the net. Comes over to the near side. And Peoria going to get it clear. Sails one across to the far. Kirchner getting his stick on that one. But Peoria takes a shot and a stop by D'Augusto to keep it out with 9:31 left in the period. Change on the front comes out. Cutler, Bianchetti, and Morgan. Preble and Kirchner. 9:31 left. Puck goes to the far side. Morgan trying to get a hold of it. Poke check, gets it to the wall to Morgan. Morgan to Bianchetti. Bianchetti gets it out over to the near side. Preble's going to hold on to it. Sails one across, trying to hit Kirchner. Kirchner sails one off the wall to hit Morgan. Morgan's got Cutler open across. Cutler taking it back into the zone, takes a shot, deflected right at the face of the goaltender. Takes it back. Cutler trying to hold on to it. Gets it in front of the net. Preble going to take it across the blue line to the far side. I said along the blue line, I should have said. Goaltender poke checks, gets it to Morgan. Morgan going to dance with it. Gets a poke check on the wall, though. Kirchner keeps a hold of it for Omaha in the zone as Peoria sends a high arcing one back over. Preble going after it on the far side. Got a man on Peoria on him, though. Forces it back into the corner of Omaha. Still in the corner, brought out again by Morgan. Morgan's got Cutler open, though. Ahead of him, Kirchner's going to grab it. Takes that back into territory. Comes in, passes it to Cutler. Cutler takes a shot, deflected. I think somebody got that on his stick. Puck to behind the net over to the far side. Morgan going after it. Morgan dancing with that one. On the far side, held on. Comes across to Kirchner. Kirchner takes a shot, deflected. Picked up by Peoria. Peoria sends a high arcing one. Back in Omaha territory where it's picked up. Kirchner holding on to it on the near side. Busher trying to grab a hold of it. Still dancing with that one on the far side. Frolof trying to get a hold of it. Grabs it. Comes in front. Or check that behind the net. Holds on to it. Back to the far. Busher holding on to it on the wall. Gets one back. Comes in. Sends it across to Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth takes a shot. Deflected back to the far side. Preble going after it now. Holds on to it at the blue line. Peoria grabs it, though. Just not enough on it. Brings back in Omaha territory. Deflected by D'Augusto. Preble trying to get a stick on it. He's going to try a back shot. Deflected again. Back behind the net is Frolof trying to stay on him. Preble holding on as he gets pushed into the wall, and that one's Ian Zach going after it now on the near side corner. Holding on to it. Goes back behind the net to the far side. Busher grabs a hold of it. Taking one back. They take a shot and a cover by D'Augusto. Puck drop, sent back. As Vaughn sends a high arcing one, trying to get that over to Elkins. Picked up by Peoria. Comes over, takes a shot. Stopped by D'Augusto. Roeder trying to get it as they come over to the near side. Sorry. Got a little distracted there with a work call. Goes over to the far side, picked up. Deflected along the wall. Elkins trying to get a hold of it. Sends it back. Peoria comes in for a shot. Deflected behind the net. Ooh, D'Augusto got it. Now the net did move. I'm surprised they haven't called it, but that's icing. Puck on the near side, picked up as it goes across. Smart gets a clear, deflected. Bianchetti going after it, as is Cutler. Deflected again, back at the goaltender over the near side. Bianchetti trying to get a hold of it. Almost gets his hand on that one as Cutler comes in, trying to get that to Bianchetti. Samard steps in. Ice Monster got him. Bianchetti backs him up, though, sends it across, meets it up with Morgan. Morgan trying to get a shot in. They send an arc and one out. Back in Omaha territory. Samard grabs a hold of that. Sends it back to Kirshner. Kirshner sailing one across to Morgan. Morgan coming down into the zone. Into Peoria territory on the near side, looking to pass. Tried to get to Cutler. Just off his skate. Samard comes in, takes a shot. Glove saved by the goaltender on that one. Now on the far side. Bianchetti going to take the drop. No change on lineup as it goes back behind the net. 5:38 left in the game. On the near side, Kirshner trying to hold on to it. Gets it off the wall. Trying to hit Bianchetti. Cutler, who tried to hit Bianchetti. Bianchetti going after it as it goes to the far side. Morgan going after it. Morgan trying to kick it back. Gets it to Bianchetti. Bianchetti off the boards. Picked up by Peoria. Trying to get it back over again as Kirshner there to stop it. Gets it to Cutler. Cutler coming across the center. Got two men on him, though. Morgan stopping to get a hold of it. Trying to set it across to Kirshner. Takes a shot. Goaltender gets it. Still loose. Puck's still loose. Kirshner sneaking in. Takes another shot. Puck goes over to the far side and cleared by Peoria. Samard going after it now. 5 minutes left in the game. Samard trying to get off the board to Kirshner. Deflects. Cutler going after it. Couldn't quite get his stick on it. And icing called on Omaha for that one. Puck on the near side. Puck deflected over the near. Sends a flying one to the far side. Busher going after it. Busher holding on to it. Gets a good pass to Frolov. Frolov's going to bury that one deep behind the net. Zach going after it now. Comes over to the near side. Preble holding it in play. Sends it back. Passes it to Busher. Busher trying to hold on to it, but Peoria gets it first. Peoria coming out of the zone on the far side of Omaha. Sailing one back behind the net over the near side. 4:27 left. Puck on the near. Deflected as they're coming in trying to take a shot. Deflected behind the net. Busher trying to get a clear now as Peoria deflects and touches it as it goes back into their territory. Ian Zach going after him now in Peoria territory. Omaha kind of playing back now as Ian gets a hold of it. Omaha trying to crash the net. Goaltender forced to cover it. Change on the front coming in. Defense stays the same. Elkin's going to take the drop this time with Roeder and Barron with him. 4:04 left in the game. Puck dropped, comes over the near side. Picked up by Elkins. Elkins hitting to the wall on that one. Sails one across, back in Omaha territory. Peoria comes in for a shot, deflected behind the net. Picked up by Preble. Preble got two men on him, though. Puck on the near side, picked up by Roeder. Roeder trying to send one across, picked up by Vaughn. Vaughn going to take it into the zone. Comes in, dances past 1, 2. Got 2 men on him, though. Takes it behind the net. Holding on to it. Goes behind the net. Roeder trying to get it, but the goaltender reaches back and grabs it first. .335 left in the game. Elkin's going to take the drop. Puck on the near side. Goes over to the far. And held on. Omaha does it back as Elkin's going after it. Vaughn trying to get a hold of it. Comes over to the near side. Picked up by Peoria, sends it across to the far. As Elkins trying to get it clear, comes up top. Poke check over to the near side. Held on again. Vaughn clears it behind the net. Picked up by, I think Elkins gets that over the near side. Sends one back into the near side corners. Preble almost gets a stick on that one, but picked up by Peoria in the corner. They're going to send it up top again. 2:48 left in the period. Back behind over the near side. Comes over again. Picked up by Elkins. Going to send it off the walls, trying to get it clear. Peoria sends it back into the corner. Back behind the net to the far. As Elkins sends it around the other way. Peoria stops it again. Picked up, deflected by Vaughn. Picked up by Preble this time. Over to the near side. Peoria holding on to it. 2:18 left in the period. Comes over the near side again, deflected behind the net. Back behind the net is Vaughn trying to hold on to it. He's going to grab it, gets it off the boards, and he's going to get a clear icing. That was a long shift for those boys. Change on the line, full change. Puck deflected over the near side. Comes over around to the far. Picked up by Simard. Simard holding on to it. Held on by Morgan. Deflected. Bianchetti trying to grab a hold of it. Bianchetti trying to pull it forward. Comes over behind the line. Over to the near side. Deflected again. Morgan trying to get a hold of that one. 1:45 left in the game. Simard's going to grab a hold of this one. Looks like he's going to send it across to Cutler. Cutler back into the zone. He's got Morgan across trying to get it. But it's deflected over the near side corner. Back to the far. So Omaha trying to get it. Froloff was in. Couldn't quite grab it as they get it clear. Back in Omaha territory. Omaha's pulled its goaltender. 1:23 left in the period. Puck deflected high, arcing. Stopped by Hollingsworth. Omaha trying to get it clear now at this point. Out of the zone. So Omaha gets the clear. Cutler grabs it. Brings it into the territory of Peoria. Past 1. Moves it in past 2. Omaha tries a shot. The goaltender ends up covering that one. 1:02 left in the game. Open net for Omaha. 5-2. Puck drop. Goes back. Omaha trying to get it. Cutler trying to push that one forward. Morgan trying to push it again as they shovel it back. Grabbed by Simard. Simard sends it to Hollingsworth. 50 seconds left in the game. Hollingsworth takes a shot, deflected by the goaltender. Puck goes over the far side. Picked up by Simard again. Check that. Almost had a skate on it. Goes over to Omaha territory. And they almost got a shot off. Grabbed by Hollingsworth. Still on the near side, and they snuck that last one in. Omaha 6-2. 31 seconds left in the game. An unfortunate turn of events, but the boys still fighting. Puck drop. Omaha trying to hold on it with 29 seconds left. Puck over to the far side. Trying to hold on to it. It's Kirshner grabbing it. Comes over to the near side. Pushing that forward. Trying to hit Cutler. Cutler getting it forward to Busher. Busher deflected over to the far side. Picked up by Peoria. Peoria trying to bring it back to Omaha zone. 3 seconds left. 2, 1. And that's the end of the game, everybody. Thank you for joining me this weekend. Next weekend we will be in Des Moines. Hope everybody in Omaha stays warm. Have a good one.